old Sir John was young at heart, and bold Sir John was gay. He roamed the woods and fields all round, heeding more than nature's sounds. The twittering of the birds all day, the bumblebees of play. The twittering of the birds all day. The bumblebees at play. All right, you won't get the next one wrong, will you? Now old Sir John, he wandered on, admiring nature's farce. He asked the Lord, oh tell me pray, why elephants live so long, they say. Your flies live but a day, then they drop dead upon the grass. Your flies live but a day, then they drop dead upon the grass. Now old Sir John, he wandered afar, he met a maiden fair. She said, oh sir, don't come too near, for I've seen many's the maiden here. Get lost amongst the new mown hay, so doff your cap, I pray. Get lost amongst the new mown hay. Sod off your cap, I pray. Now old Sir John returned home, they gave him gin to sup. Don't fill me with strong liquor up, nor give me grape nor grain to sup. For cowslips dew into my cup, a Puritan am I. Poor cowslips dew into my cup. Up you, Puritan am I. Poor cow, slips dew into my cup. Up you, a Puritan am I. Who wrote that then?
John Lennon. One of the Ronnies.
You do surprising. What do you say?
One of the Ronnies, wasn't it?
Yeah, around the two runnings.
Sounds a bit like that.
What I'm looking for is somebody who's got no musical ability at all.
Trevor, come to Ray Storr.
And who normally doesn't get up at the festival because, well, it's just too embarrassing.
There's no difference to us, lad.
I'm looking for a volunteer who's got no musical ability and who doesn't get up at festivals in order to play an instrument.
Is that?
I'm out.
Get in.
I'm out now.
How then, Bill?
Come on.
You don't have any musical ability, get up.
And if he did, it would be dangerous.
Yeah, sit down. Sit. Here's your cue. Right? If it says bell, you ring it. Bell. Ring. Ring.
You didn't say bell, you just...
You just said ring, you
Oh,
just
no,
said...
there's a few cues here, not just the one.
You said bell.
Ring it then. Bell. Ring.
It looks like a train.
Rung.
I got it.
Ringer. The YTS lost something with you, didn't they?
back next week?
Oh, please, God, no. Right, now the first bit's difficult, Bill. Okay. Now the Barking Creek bell, ringers, bell, it is rung when the mist lies thick on the water. Stop shaking. But it's not of the Barking Creek bell, ringers, bell, my song it is sung, but of the Barking Creek bell, ringers, daughter. Ah, well done, William. Now she was so lovely, so fair, so squat. Conductors fell off their buses. Then she'd walk down Cable Street, proudly bearing on top a bath full of live octopuses. And over her back, from shoulder to thigh, the tentacles dangled like tresses. And sweetly she'd sing, come cough up and buy my octopus, live octopuses. And as it was August, the sun it was spread on her wares that she proudly was bearing. Bearing!
That's not 2 words.
Keep with it, William.
2 words. Bearing's 1 word.
No, he's right. No, he's right.
I don't care whether he's right or not. I'm after it in. And the blowflies glittered and buzzed round her head. Like the halos the angels was wearing. And on the embankment she laid her wares out, in not far from Salubrious Quarter, where she came to the attention of one Algernon Stout, an unemployed Billingsgate porter. Boo. Boo. You were doing the noises. Now Stout was a man who was steeped in crime, lived beneath some derelict barges, and the day being hot, he was laid out on some slime, where the Barking Creek sewer discharging it. He crouched on the crust as the maiden drew near, her petticoats all of a spatter. He licked his fat lips and then suddenly, like a wild rhino, sore-assed, he was at her. His head hit her first, then a cloud of black dust, and the bath, it shot off like a rocket, and fighting and gouging, they broke through the crust to the mud underneath, which was clotted. She grabbed a large handful, all slimy and green, shoved it in his mouth like a gob full of jelly. And then the bath full of octopuses returned to the scene, upside down, and it joined in the melee. As they struggled beneath, Stout never knew the danger to which he was liable. And an octopus did slyly and stealthily glue a sucker upon his left eyeball. In vain Stout struggled to break its grip, and the creature he attempted to throttle. Then his eye came out with a pop and a rip, like a cork being drawn from a bottle. Now when Stout he espied he was only one-eyed, he was filled with distraught irritation, and he grabbed the octopus by the inside as a weapon of flagellation. I have no idea what that means, it totally beats me, I'll tell you. The The octopus turned inside out with a gulp, and Stout grew even distraughter, and he chopped up the octopus and he beat to a pulp the Barking Creek bell ringers. Daughter. Now the literati amongst you would hereby maintain that a moral should here be appended, whilst the less well-educated would stoutly complain that it's high time this rotten thing ended. But to all you bum critics out there in the throng, especially those of the feminine gender, in Barking today there's a vacancy for a ladylike octopus vendor.
Now we need some sanity back into this room now. We need some glamour back here because there's too many old people on the stage. Give a big hand for Louise John.
I'm learning a lot today. That octopus vending, didn't think that I would learn about that when I woke up this morning. I'll just stick with the piano, I won't get the guitar out because I think I may as well use it since it's here. So, oh, well, I'll sing you I Know Where I'm Going, but this is my version of the song, so if you know it, just be aware that the words about the third verse onwards change a bit, but if you don't sing the same one, just as last time, I don't mind, just sing it. Oh, yes, it's a little bit morbid. We're allowed morbid in music.
Go on, you're
yeah?
right.
I know where I'm going. I know who's going with me. I know who I love. But the dear knows who I'll marry. The dear knows who I'll marry. I have stockings of silk and shoes of fine green leather, combs to buckle my hair, and a ring for every finger, a ring for every finger. Some say he's bad, I say he's bonny, the fairest of them all. Though some may call it folly, I say he's bonny. I saw him lying there. I saw my true love's body. The colour of his blood runs red. They broke my true love's body, 'cause I Now, this is a beautiful song which I hope you'll know. It's called Home Lad's Home, and it's a poem set to music by Sarah Morgan, who was a Hampshire-based choir leader, community musician, songwriter, wonderful, all-round wonderful woman. And people are nodding in recognition. She really was wonderful. I was very fortunate to get in touch with her stepdaughter, who sort of manages her work now that Sarah's no longer with us, and she gave me permission to do a version of the song, which was really touching for me. And we released it as a single, I think last year, for Help for Heroes, because obviously it's set with the background of the First World War. It's got a beautiful chorus, home lad's home, all among the corn and clover, home lad's home, till the working day is over, for there's rest for horse and man when the longest day is done, and we'll all go home together at the setting of the sun. So if you know it, I hope that's reminded you, and if you don't, we'll go for la 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 as before, because it'd be lovely to hear you singing. It's just so beautiful. Overseas in Flanders, the sun was dropping low. With tramp and creak and jingle, I heard the gun teams go. When something seemed to set me a-dreaming as I lay of my own Hampshire village at the close of day. Home, lad's home, all among the corn mentioned earlier on, sort of, I know a couple of people have come from somewhere else exciting and won't have heard. I did some research into women who lived during the First World War, and as part of the research, I found out about this lady. She was a matron during the First World War. She actually trained as a nurse against her father's wishes, and sort of ran away effectively, and became a nurse. And in 1883, she went over to Sudan for the Sudanese campaign over there, and she worked as Florence Nightingale, and she was decorated with the Royal Red Cross. And then during the First World War, she was called to work for the British Red Cross, where she lectured and trained other nurses, and she set up a hospital in Winchester College, and that was the Southern Command's head office, so she was very important. And she won the Royal Red Cross. She won a bar to her Royal Red Cross, which is when you get awarded the medal for a second time. So she's a wonderful woman, not very well known, unfortunately. I'm from Hampshire, and not very well known within the county. So one of the reasons I put No Petticoats here, the project together, was to remember some of the women's stories from the First World War who might otherwise get forgotten or swept to the side when we're remembering other important things about the Great War. So I'm going to sing you Pride of the Army, which is about Ada York. I did have a costume on order which I hoped might arrive by the time I came up, but I think it's going to arrive when I get home next week, so never mind. Next year you should have to have me back. And I'll come.
Well, you want to come back?
I might have learned the songs by then.
Well, that's your project.
I'm quite taken with the music hall and these guys' material. It's all brilliant. I've really enjoyed it. So thanks for having me along to this. So this is Pride of the Army. Rows and rows of pictures, a hero's gallery. There's journalists, diplomats, lawyers and leaders, archdeacons and celebrities. When I look at your photo, you don't give much away. Staring straight on, proudly in uniform, barely a smile can be seen. Frame after frame of photos taken in 1980. There's officers, engineers, majors and generals, the pride of the army. I turn and look back at your face, framed by the wimple you wear. Your medals don't appear, and this is without title, though you served in the army. I look at the female portraits, the women we're taught to see. Educators, singers, gaiety girls, dancers, entitled ladies. You're the only nurse amongst them. You answered the call to serve. A mother, a matron, a Royal Red Cross with a bar from 1980. When I look beyond your picture, I'm struck by what I find. Your daughter was a nurse, your son a medic and captain, both served in the army. And though you longed to be a doctor, as your brothers succeeded to be, you made the most of your lot, and you won't be forgotten. Your portrait's there for all to see. You made the most of your lot, and you won't be forgotten. You're the pride of the army.
You. wants to come in, anybody going, just put some money in the tin. As I say, it's all free, and it's for the people of Saltburn. So, now you might be wondering why the Pierrot costume is hung up at the back. Well, after Bertie finishes, we have quarter an hour, and I'm doing a presentation on the history of minstrels and Pierrots from Saltburn, and it's quite an interesting talk, and I'm doing it in memory of Veronica Twiddle. I don't know if anyone knows Veronica, but she was a fantastic lady, and she came into my life and she inspired me into doing this research into Pierrots. So I'm going to get it dressed up for it, so that's at 3:15. Okay, just to finish off, you've got quarter an hour Bertie. Big hand for Bertie Draycott.